Hey guys, this is Howcraft and welcome back to some more Persona 5 Royal, where today we're going to have another one of these episodes in between the palaces where I commentate over what I'm doing during this time of the game. So it's a bit of story today, and we have some exams to prepare for, which we don't need to prepare for, but it's fine. So I was going to flash the rules up on the screen as always. Not too important for this episode, but I guess we do use them a little bit when creating personas, but that's not important at the moment. So we do just quickly read a nice book there as we move on to the Sunday, the 8th of May, where we're going to get a message from Mishima asking us to go and hang out with him. So this is set, we can't do anything about it, we have to do this. Unfortunately, everyone hates hanging out with Mishima, but it's fine, he's an okay guy. And we just talk about the fan site with him as our confidant ranks up to 2, which you don't get any bonuses for, unfortunately. We just learn how to advance his confidant by doing mementos requests as well. So we can't actually continue the Hanged Man confidant with Iwai. So we're going to fuse a Huarpo with an Incubus that are also fused, and a Berith, which I already had, I think, because we of course don't need a Hierophant persona anymore. So we've got Huarpo, which is the first persona that you can get from the Hangman Arcana. So we're only going to get a small boost, it's not going to get us any new abilities along with it. And we help Iwai with a little investigating, as he calls us naive after we asked how his cold was. So we do get up to rank 2. So we've got 2 rank 2s so far for keeping count. And then we move on to Ryuji's confidant, which is our highest rank 1 at the moment. And we have a nice little joke around as friends, which is always nice to see. I believe this is rank 6. It is. We unlock Harrison Recovery, which is very useful in battle. So if anyone gets status ailment, there's a chance, if Ryuji is in the party, that he will heal it, which is really nice. We then go and accept the job at the beef bowl shop, because it requires us going there twice, I believe, to unlock a confidant, which we'll have a look at later on. But for now, it's going to hang out with Anne, get hers to rank 2 as well, I believe. We talk about training the heart, which we plan to do together. That is rank 2 of the lovers. So we're back at the beef bowl shop this evening, as we absolutely ace the little mini game, I guess, or our job. Of getting all the customers' orders right. And we meet this gentleman here, who is the one outside in Shibuya on the station square, who gives speeches. So Morgana is going to tell us that we should check him out, because he now knows us. So we'll do that another time. But then we have a nice little story segment here.
Isn't he hot?
It's nice to meet you all.
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
My name is... Huh? My name is Takuto Maruki. Thank you for welcoming me to your school. No need to be formal with me, though. I'm just here to counsel anyone who's interested. You can even call me Doc, if that would help you feel more comfortable. Any assistance you need, I'll be... Oh. I guess I'm not really any good for helping with money problems. Thank you, Dr. Maruki. thanks for taking my counseling into consideration. Now that we have a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists. One would need a heart of steel, unaffected by outside influences, and prepared to act without hesitating. There has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state. Sound like somebody you know? Give me a name.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Counselor Persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
So that is Dr. Maruki. He's one of the new characters in Persona 5 Royal. New confidant of the Counselor Arcana, which isn't in the normal tarot deck. It's in a different one.
Be careful.
Also has a number 1 the same as the Magician.
I'm gonna
Interesting.
get going.
So we see Anne's counselling session here, or the end of it at least, as we're going to go and meet with him. Definitely not for the snacks, because his his bonuses are pretty decent as well. We actually see the student called Yoshizawa here talking to Maruki. So she's been seeing him for a while as a counsellor, which is interesting. I'm sure won't be important later on. But we are going to have a nice chat with Maruki about the heart and strengthening it and stuff. But we made a deal, that's why we're here. And we don't have a persona of the Counselor Arcana, but I don't think it's important for this to rank up here. So it's not absolutely vital to have one. Maruki is one of my new favourite characters. His whole arc's brilliant. Obviously won't get into spoiler territory too much, but we only have until November. That's drilled into us throughout the game to complete his confidant. It's one that needs to be completed. So obviously, new game, new confidant, you got to complete it. That's the rules for the Persona games. Happened in 4 Golden with Marie as well. So have a nice little conversation, you know, with our counsellor. But he does inform us that he's doing some research alongside his duties as a counsellor, and it's a project about people's metaphorical hearts, which sounds familiar. But we do eventually agree to help him out with it because it sounds interesting. So that'll be another rank 2 on a confidant. Counsellor, which you get 2 in one day. The other bonus you get from these, apart from really nice stuff like Detox X, which when Joker's inflicted with an ailment, there's a chance that you'll just recover from it straight away, which is incredibly useful. So we get his contact information, and then the other benefit to hanging out with Maruki is that our SP will actually increase by 5 every time I think pretty much every time we visit. I think there's only a couple where that doesn't happen. So there we are. Max SP is increased by 5, which is very nice. And we also get a nice little snack from him, because of course we're promised snacked.
Well, see you.
Am I imagining things?
What? You see a groper or something?
No, that's not it. Oh my god, that guy got off. Isn't this bad? like you care.
Fine. Come on. Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that.
Is there something you want?
That's my line. You are the one stalking me.
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've been following me ever since the train.
That's because...
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car, so this is where your passion led. All is well that ends well.
So crowded.
So we end up meeting a boy called Yusuke and his teacher Madarame. Then Yusuke gives us some tickets for an art gallery, which is interesting. We of course did hear the name Madarame from Mecha no Ha, which is a bit suspicious. But we do end up having a nice little look around at his art exhibits, and we also get to see the man.
Well, see you guys later.
Will Lady Han be alright? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something funny?
I told you not to come out! Are we really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home? I guess we should do a quick pass through it once. Which way are we supposed to start? It's that old man from the other day.
We continue to be truly surprised by your imagination. You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person. Where in the world does all your inspiration come?
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words. They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
Naturally, you say.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame. My atelier is a modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
A shack?
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
So after completing our look around the gallery, we do decide to head over to Madarame's shack.
I'm the one guiding you to
And
your
we have to go
destination.
through Shibuya on the train, which fortunately gives way to one of the best little cutscenes in the game, where we have to convince this child that our pet, which we didn't pay the pet fare for, who isn't a pet, is a stuffed toy that meows when we press in its head. So we of course get the option here of a one of the most popular little memes to button mash Morgana's head. Absolutely wonderful. Fortunately, Morgana gets slightly sick during that, but we are luckily saved by our stop coming up on the train, and we end up at Madarame's house, where we go to meet Yusuke, who is very excited that Anne has gone to his house, or to Madarame's house,
You live here.
and is less than impressed when we show up with her.
You two are here as well?
Absolutely fantastic
Jail.
line delivery.
And guidance
So,
counseling
we then decide to investigate whether Madarame has a palace, and we find that his name and his shack give a hit, and we try and figure out what the distortion is, so what does he think of as the shack, and obviously it's a museum, and we are able to slide into the metaverse straight away, and this is where our infiltration of the second palace really begins. We need a bit more investigation time.
Hey, when did you activate the nav? You surprised me.
But we are here and ready to have a little look around, see if his heart really is evil and distorted.
That aside, ain't a museum a must for Phantom Thieves?
So, of course, museum got to be snuck into by Phantom Thieves. It's a great opportunity. Well, that is going to be the end of this episode. So you have quite a bit of story. I think next episode we're going to go back to the usual commentary style of me in real time reacting. We're also going to change our outfits as well for the new palace, which is very important, of course. So yeah, that's it for this episode. So I hope you have enjoyed. Do leave a like and a comment if you have, and don't forget to subscribe for more Persona 5 Royal, which should be coming fairly soon as well. Yeah, that'll be it for me, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.